thank the chairman of the committee for very good work done, for presenting such a good report regarding the 24-hour economy and the government's accelerated export development program. Speaker, I have listened carefully to some of the comments emanating from the other side of the House, and especially I've listened to the minority leader as part of our rules. Minority leader, as part of our rules, it is against our practice, Mr. Speaker, it is against our practice, this House, that when a member makes his contribution to a debate, he cannot leave the floor. He must sit and listen to other contributors. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the minority leader, then as majority leader, Speaker, in this House, they came for $600 million plus to go and expand the cocoa sector and increase employment. The sector was not expanded, it shrunk. They chopped the money. Mr. Speaker, you chop the money. You chop the money. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader.
Yes.
The majority leader.
Majority chief.
The majority leader. Mr.
Majority
Speaker,
chief
the majority leader.
Majority chief whip hold it. Yes. Deputy minority chief whip.
Speaker, I was just wondering. Oh, why you have a problem? Let me address the speaker,
please. Why are you
please.
interrupting the debate?
No. Let me address the speaker. Which money? He was making reference to chopping
Why
of money, and I just want to find out from
debate?
him which money he's referring to. Who chopped that money? And what does he mean by chopping of money? Does he have any evidence to that effect?
Honorable Deputy Minority Whip.
Yes, Speaker.
Debate can be interrupted, but in interrupting the debate, you must be guided by Standing Order 122. It doesn't allow you to ask questions. So, Majority Chief Whip, you have the floor. Majority Chief Whip, you have the floor.
Speaker, thank you very much. Speaker, let me reiterate. The NPP government, led by the majority leader at the time and leader of government business, they came to this House to secure $600 million from the African Development Bank. The purpose was to, 1, expand cocoa farms, 2, plant new trees, 3, survey the farms, build warehouses, and increase yield. It wasn't done. Mr. Speaker, at the end of 2024 in December, our cocoa yield plummeted from 1 million metric tons a year to 450,000. Jobs were not created. People lost jobs. In the supply chain, a lot of businesses lost out. Mr. Speaker, too, the minority leader, then as majority leader and leader of government business, they took $2 million and paid consultants under the premise that they were going to build SkyTrain to create jobs. The jobs were not created, the SkyTrains were not built, the money was chopped. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader then, as leader of government business, Mr.
Yes,
Speaker, they came to this House.
Majority Chief, we hold it. Yes. Honorable Kojo.
Speaker, I rise under Order 122. Speaker, the Chief Whip has just made a statement that money was taken to build a SkyTrain and create jobs. The train was not built, jobs were not created, and the money was chopped. Mr. Speaker, this House will take judicial notice. No, this is serious. This House will take judicial notice.
Order 122, we have A to F. Which one are you relying on?
Mr. Speaker, it is on a point of order. I'm speaking on a point of order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you hear me on the substance, you can even guide me on which one. But Mr. Speaker, this is very important. This matter is a matter.
We can look at it together by a point of order being raised,
Mr. Speaker,
by a matter of privileges suddenly arising, by a point of information, elucidation, or clarification, by attention being called to the absence of quorum, by attention being called to the presence of a stranger in the House, or upon a point of procedure.
Mr. Speaker, as I mentioned, I'm rising on a point of order, 1221A. Mr. Speaker, you can guide me on which specific
yes,
one.
so
Please,
what is the
please
point
just
of
hear me
order?
out, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter that is currently before the courts. The court is making a determination. The High Court is making a determination whether or not somebody has, quote unquote, chopped this money. For the Chief Whip to be here making these comments is prejudicial. Mr. Speaker, I think that with all his experience at the bar, he should not be making these comments. He's at liberty to make comments about his view on whether those projects were delivered. But to say that that money has been chopped, when the High Court is determining this matter, the Speaker, is out of order. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So, Honorable Majority Chief Whip, please rather advent your mind to Standing Order 123, owing to the fact that the matter is pending judicial decision.
Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, I haven't made reference to any court case. Please listen to me. I am making reference to the Auditor General's annual report for 2023. That established that the $2 million cannot be accounted for. Please, that is a matter of national record. I am not talking about criminal liability. I'm saying the money cannot be accounted for. It's been chopped. That's what I'm saying. That is in the local balance. So please, with all due respect, it is very parliamentary for me to say so, that when you come to this house and secure public funds to the tune of $2 million CD equivalent, on grounds that we were going to consult people for purposes of building a SkyTrain, so that the SkyTrain will create jobs, and the SkyTrain never got built, the jobs never got created, the money too cannot be accounted for. I have every right, Kwejo, to tell you that the money has been chopped. Speaker, we were in this house when we were told that this government was liaising with the private sector to build a certain cathedral, the most famous national cathedral. And when we built, please, with all due respect. So I want to remind you, if you read, Mr. Speaker, if you read the document underpinning the cathedral project, we were told that it will create jobs, it will serve as a national museum. That I am saying, Kwejo, I am saying that the national cathedral that you told the entire nation that no, I am a leader, so let me remind you. I am reminding you that when you expended $58 million to build a national cathedral that never got built, that never provided the jobs, and yet the money too cannot be accounted for, I have every right to tell you that you chopped the money. So before you accuse me that the NDC government that has introduced the Feed Ghana, Kwejo, please, it's in your interest to be quiet and listen. It's in your interest to be quiet and listen. You are engaged in non-parliamentary conduct.
Majority Chief Whip,
Mr. Speaker,
I was providing you a guide under Standing Order 123 in view of the fact that the issues relating to use your word, chopping those monies are pending judicial decision. Have a way of going about it.
I'm guided. Speaker, now let me move from the generals to the specifics. Speaker, this house, the minister responsible for Agric, just last year, came to this house and submitted the Feed Ghana Agric policy for 2025 to 2028. Mr. Speaker, the thematic areas of the Feed Ghana project include the fact that, Mr. Speaker, we are to roll out the Dobidi initiative. Speaker, under this program, 30,000 farmers have been assisted to go into medium-scale cereal, cropping of cereal and other maize and other food crops. Speaker, as we speak, there's a maize glut as a result of that program. So it is shocking that the minority leader will get up and say that the Feed Ghana project has not been successful. Perhaps he has refused to read the policy program. Speaker, again, yes, but I'm telling you, for you to say that...
Honorable Majority Chief
Mr.
Whip.
Speaker. Mr.
Today,
Speaker.
in the House, there was an objection regarding telling somebody that
Speaker,
the person
withdrawn.
has refused
Withdrawn.
to read.
Speaker, withdrawn.
Very well.
Perhaps he has not averted his mind to that policy program, which is a 4-year program. Speaker, one of the thematic areas of that program is the youth in agric farming, as well as the livestock and poultry farming. Speaker, the title of the program is Feed Ghana. So when the agric minister says, as part of the Nkukon Kitinkiti outcome, families now are able to slaughter the fowl to feed themselves and are no longer going to they are no longer going to cold stores and buying frozen chicken, imported frozen chicken. Read the policy. If you read the policy, one of the key aims of the program is to bring a stopgap. Is to bring a stopgap in the domestic poultry supply, so that families no longer go after imported frozen chicken. And by doing so, Mr. Speaker, we are saved a very expensive foreign currency exchange. Speaker, when families can feed themselves, which is the aim of the program, because the program is titled Feed Ghana, we should be able to cultivate food crops and feed ourselves. Speaker, before the launch of the program, the import bill for this nation was in excess of $400 million in import bill. And the evidence is that families, which is the basic unit of society, a lot of them are now able to use their Nkukon Kitinkiti to feed themselves. And my brothers from Busumi Frehu and Afranchu are saying that this is a bad policy. I beg to differ. So, Mr. Speaker, now, Mr. Speaker, let me deal with the interest rate matter in respect of the 24-hour economy. Speaker, as at the end of 2024 December, banks were lending at 35% to institutions and companies and SMEs. Today, the banks are lending at just around 14%. Average of 11. And you are saying that this is not capable of generating enough job employment within the SME sector. Mr. Speaker, let's be very candid with ourselves. I think that our brothers from the other side and sisters are in love with the policy. But politically, it is difficult for them to admit that the policy is yielding results. Mr. Speaker, now let me deal with the SME sector. As we speak, the introduction of the support for women and traders in our markets, supporting them with small capitals, ranging from between 5,000 to 10,000. Women who engage in tabletop business and corner shops, they constitute the majority of people in the informal sector. Mr. Speaker, the data that we have is that these women have been supported in such a way that they are expanding. And the expansion is reflecting in the banking sector, where they've been mobilized to register and open bank accounts, and the savings that are reflecting in the transactions that are ongoing. Mr. Speaker, this is what we call employment. So, Speaker, when the minority leader decides to play politics about the success story of this program, I believe that he needs to be straightened. The straightening happens in the sense that, Speaker, as I stand on my feet, the president has cut the sword for the construction of about 85 of the 24-hour markets and counting. Speaker, the effect of the construction of these model markets is that the markets are going to operate on 24-hourly basis. And Mr. Speaker, when that happens, a lot of people will be employed because it has a way of attracting other businesses. And the 24-hour market projects are projects that we call the growth pool. So, Mr. Speaker, I agree that it's important that as government, we continue with the one district, one factory policy. But it is extremely difficult to do so because a lot of the factories were factories that belong to individuals. And the individuals were only given stimulus packages. So there's actually no state-owned factory for us to go and continue, or which construction has been abandoned for the new government to go and continue. That is the reality. I've sat in the committee meeting, and it's so shocking that so much money has just been packaged and given to people who were perhaps aligned. And so when we talk of one district, one factory, Mr. Speaker, there's no state-owned factory construction that has been abandoned, because all the supposed factories belong to entities that were simply called and asked to register with their package and given monies. So when they want to talk about one district, one factory, they left no model behind. There's no model factory construction that they left behind as part of the policy. Kwajo knows that he only gave money to private entities that he asked them to register and assisted. And yes, there should be a model. If you are building a factory, there should be a model that should be uniform. Yes, the markets there are model drawings. Kwajo, it is available, Kwajo, I can show you. So be calm and be patient. And let's do this. So, Mr. Speaker, the deliberate talk that the 24-hour policy is not a policy that will yield results in terms of employment for our youth is totally unfounded. It's actually a policy that is going to drive employment in this country. So, Speaker, with these words, I thank you for the opportunity, and I urge the House that we should adopt the reports, and so that the committee can make progress in respect of this matter. I thank you for the opportunity.
Honourable members, at the conclusion of the debate, the question is as many as are in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Those against say no.